Hello everybody and welcome back to Sen's Vanity. So today we are touching back in with Dollar Tree for part 2. Over the last 4 months or so, I've picked up another entire full face of Dollar Tree minus our brows and our black wing. I will be using the LA Colors eye marker that I used in video 1. They don't have any brow products for me. The brow products they do have, I believe, are from Ioni and it's a brow powder. I don't do that, so that one I didn't touch, but I did remember to pick up a sponge. This might be important because Dollar Tree is set to raise their prices. So you might want to get these when they're $1.25 before they hit $3, $5, or $7. So let's put this on our face and see how Dollar Tree Part 2 does us. All right, you guys. First up, we're going to go in with the Hydrating Primer Serum from Be Pure. And this one is infused with rose oil. Now, this kind of causes me a little bit of concern because I have oily skin and I'm adding oil. Now, traditionally with the serum, you're supposed to press them into your skin, but you know, it's a primer, so maybe we're supposed to rub. I have no idea, but I'm going to try to pat just to see and then try to rub. And hopefully this does not make a white cast once it's mixed with my SPF, because that's my concern, is that's going to white cast and, you know, start to peel. A very light rose scent is actually very pleasant. Now, if you don't like, you know, scents, it warns you in advance, rose oil. So let me just, it's not as oily as you would think. Like, here's my hands. I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not as bad as I would think. I would think it would be like a total slip, and it's not. I very, very rarely ever add an oil into, even in just to my skincare. I'll do hydrating formulas, things like that, or serums, but just an oil as a primer, I don't do that, so there we go. Okay, next up, we're gonna go in with the Be Pure Clean Beauty Glow Foundation, and this is in the shade Porcelain. It was the only one that even looked remotely my color. I have no idea what this is going to do for us. And I did go ahead and dampen my beauty blender or beauty sponge. And this is also from, let me get it correct. Yes, Be Pure. It feels pretty soft though. Their sponges at Dollar Tree used to be super, super stiff no matter how much you got them wet. Just be aware, my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge is on standby. So let's try this. Oh, that's very light. You know what? I'm going to go in with the Total Face Sponge right now just to get this done because this is so light on me. Okay, you know what? We're going to try this. And I do have my other foundation that I bought from video 1, which was, I believe, Candy Moyo. If I have to go get that, I can, but I really wanted to be true to the video and try to do, you know, an entirely different products. But, oh, that's pale. Okay, you know what? We're about to be a master of all trades because I actually have a setting powder and then I have a powder foundation. The powder foundation seems more my tone. I am going to sit here and start layering powders to darken her up because this situation, whoo, is it my imagination? I mean, it looked light in the bottle, but it didn't look this light. Wow. Come on, miracle worker, let's go. I'm going to ignore the color for a moment. It is light coverage, I will say that. It's very light. It says it's a glow foundation. I don't feel excessively glowy. I feel excessively pale, but not glowy. I have quite a bit that I need to cover in this area. So let's see how this different concealer is going to go for us. We're pale. Okay, it's acknowledged. I'm going to go in with a light concealer and get even paler. I'm not taking the L. Okay, that's all right. We're going to flow with this. All right, so this is going to be the Candy Moyo Long Wearing Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Brown. Makeup in reverse. You know, you want to lighten the center planes of your face. Well, light out here and deeper in here. So you don't get a lot of product. So here you are. I was going to say it now. I disagree with that. So you twist it up. Boom, there we go. Okay, so you twist and it comes through here. That's actually the foundation shade I might have needed. I wonder if there's enough in here to make it go on my whole face instead of this other foundation. I could probably have gotten away with this color as a foundation, not a concealer. Feeling this is a thick concealer though. I mean, you don't get a whole heck of a lot of product, but it's definitely a thicker formula. Okay. Come on, miracles happen. We need one right about now. And I'm still not using the sponge at this point. Let me go with something I know how to work with. This concealer feels very thick. It reminds me of the foundation in the concealer form. Way thicker than the glow foundation I just used. I will say right now my skin does not look great, but that is the foundation. The color's getting slightly better. But you know what though? We're gonna We're going to wait until we get to the end in order to say, you know, full determination of what we think. Shockingly, I think the concealer just saved the day to where we can make a go of this. Other than that, what was the saying back in the day, Flashback Mary? That was she. So next up, we have this Pro Luxe powder, and this is in Buff. This one I thought this would be good to kind of set underneath our eyes, and then I had a different foundation, or powder foundation, I was going to just use to set the whole face. This is Giove, and this is in the shade 4 Natural. So we have there. You know what? To heck with it. I'm going to take the loose powder. It's kind of deep for setting. And set down our concealer. And then I'm going to use the Giove powder foundation to go over our entire face to try to amend this extremely pale situation. We're setting down some, right here, mad glowy. I really don't want this to be a fail, but the reality is I never want my makeup to be a fail. I always want everything to be successful, and I always hope for the best. That foundation's light coverage, and I feel like the concealer is lifting right in here, so I'm not saying that concealed all that well. I'm gonna take the back of my sponge, and I'm gonna kind of pounce this in just to see if this kind of helps. I think that might have helped set down our concealer a little better than using a brush. I think we really need to press that product in. Now I'm gonna go in with the, yes, this is the Giove Powder Foundation 4 Natural. We're gonna go in with here. This seems lighter than the Pro Luxe. I might really be doing myself a disservice with this powder foundation because our foundation is super pale. This hopefully should give us extra coverage. This smells like, oh my God, is it Fashion Fair? My mom used to use it back in the day. She used to go to JCPenney's to the beauty counter and get her makeup. This smells just like that. Whew. That or Zuri. I don't know if any of you guys' parents used to wear makeup, but Zuri is another brand that my mom used to wear. This is very similar scent to that. This is an old 80s makeup smell. Light coverage, I will say that with the foundation, super light. This was not so bad right now. I'm going to go apply my eyebrows, Old Faithfuls, and we'll be back and we will move on to eyeshadow. All right, you guys, so we're gonna go into an LA Colors eyeshadow palette in Haute, which is H-A-U-T-E. So we're gonna go into this, comes with the sponge applicator. Very neutral look, neutral looks. First up, let me see. Should we swatch them just so you guys kind of get an idea of all 6 shades? So we have the first one, second, third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. These are our 2 shimmers. These felt really, really nice though. Especially this darker shade felt really, really nice. So we're gonna go with a very natural look today for us. I will say the first shade was supposed to be light. The second shade, that was what I was originally going to go in with, and I'll show you. This shade is what I was going to put in our crease. This next followed with this in the outer corner and one of these shimmers. You know what, though? We might try to use all 6 shades because, you know, I like variety and like seeing how something works. But I have not used an LA Colors formula in one of these 6 pans before, so I have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. We're going to go in with the lightest brown shade first. Let's see if we get some payoff. I'm not sure if you see it. I really don't see it, but and it was very pale on the swatch though also. And this is the color next to the lightest shades. It's a heck of a transition color because it's barely there, but it wasn't showing as though it would be super deep. You can see a little something. That's, you know, that's what matters. We're going to play the build-up game with this. It's a very fair shade, which is, oh, this one. We're going to go into the one right next to it right here and see if we can make a go of that. Okay, so that one's giving you a little bit more. I will say when you get a neutral eyeshadow palette, they're a lot more forgiving than deeper colors or harsher colors. You can kind of work with these a little bit. Okay, that's working though. That's not terrible whatsoever. That shade kind of came in clutch. How do we feel? Let's see here. It's not bad. I can see right there. It needs to be a little something extra. I'm gonna go over with the first shade and of course, you know, merge them. I have a brow bone color, the lightest shade in the palette. So we have that, and it is indeed a, you know, like a cream matte. So that's perfect for my little trick. We're gonna go on our lid. Now, we can go with this on the inner and then this in the center going out, or we can just go with this all over the lid, but that's in the outer corner. I think what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go with the lightest shade, which is the one right here and right there. We're gonna put that over the lid first and see what we think, because we might not want to use the other shimmer. That indeed was the most pigmented shade in this entire palette, which was this shade. And it felt kind of, okay, I'm gonna say gritty, but not in a bad way. That was a good way. It's like it has some, you know, to it. This one feels nice on the eye though. Very nice. Wow, you see. and it lightened this up. That's pretty. Do I want to touch into here for there? With my outfit, we definitely could. You know what? We're gonna do all 6 shades. That's what we're gonna do. I'm wondering though, is this gonna be dark enough for us out here with this next to it? You know what? Experiment. That's a game. Touch into here. See, it's very rich in color. I'm gonna put that in the center. Very rich. One needs to be a little bit more precise. A lot picks up on your brush right there. A lot. I just want to really smooth this one out just a little bit. I'm going to go in right here and put my lighter shade back down. I'm going to flip the brush onto the other side, and I'm going to go into the first shimmer we used. That was not picking up on the brush as well as the other one. Go in with that one because I don't want to be too dark in the inner corner. We just want to make the two kind of overlap a little bit right here. Are we liking that? It's a little too high right there. Just kind of look up with our second crease shade and kind of go there. That's not where I just see that right here. So I like the deepest shade or the deepest shimmer indeed with the brush, and I like the lighter shimmer with the finger. It's very foiled looking though, so that one, those two alone, if I'm just gonna be completely honest, I'd kind of pay the $125 for this palette just for those 2 shades because those feel pretty doggone nice and feel very foiled on the lid. We are going to go in with the darkest shade that's a matte in the palette, which is this one, and we're gonna put that on our outer eye just to see if it makes some impact. We don't know. Are we seeing anything? Not a whole heck of a lot, but let's finesse it and let's give it moments. And I'm bringing it up into the crease. You know what? I don't think that's terrible. Let's go back in with that second crease shade. I'm going to add a little bit more shadow just to buff into here. And just for a little point of record, when I traditionally do my makeup and I'm sitting at my vanity, my mirror is just like this. It's not, I'm not looking down, I'm not looking to the side, I'm looking straight on, so I'm able to go like this. So when you see me go and kind of look at myself on the monitor, it's just so I can kind of, you know, gauge what you guys are viewing. I think it's pretty though. It definitely got there. I feel like it's a good little gradient. So, okay. Next up, we're gonna do our brow bone, my lovelies. Lightest bone color in here, super simple. Throw that on, and let's see how we feel for there. It gave it, okay. Where do we wanna cut it? Okay, we're gonna cut it out here and draw it up a little bit today. How do we feel? I feel like we're actually getting somewhere, so I'm pretty okay with that. I'm gonna go complete the other eye, line with the eye marker from LA Colors. And I'm gonna swatch this out for you. It's a felt tip, but this is actually a really good liquid liner. Not gonna deny it. It's extremely black and it really does last on the eyes. I'm gonna also use, where are you? The Ioni pencil eyeliner. And this is more or less like a gel eyeliner for our waterline. So I'm gonna use this and then we'll move on. All right, you guys, so next up, we're gonna bronze with the LA Colors Matte Bronzer in Bronzed Beauty, which is this shade. Not any kick up from rubbing in. It tells me, you know, it's a smoother formula. So let's throw her on. And of course, let's see. Are we seeing anything faint? But it's okay. And we definitely need to bronze because of our foundation situation. Bronzing was needed. Okay, how are we on the forehead? I don't know yet. We're going to keep playing. I might need to swatch this because I'm doing it. Okay, something is coming off because now I'm getting concerned, like, is anything showing up since there's no kick up? And no, there's no kick up like that, but it does let you, you know, tap it off. I don't see that it's super duper pigmented though. So this might be a buildable formula. So if you like that, that might be something for you, you know, to check out. Carve a little, there we go. Yeah, it's buildable. You just need to kind of get in there. It says it's matte. It looks matte in the pan, but I will say, on the face is coming off a little luminous. Here, we really want to bring it down some. We want to darken it or deepen it to get that ounce of, you know, shadow. We're creating illusions here, like the illusion of the right color foundation. Oop. All right, next up, we're going to go in with the LA Colors blush, and this is in the shade Toast. Of course, it comes with the little bitty baby brush just here. This is our shade. So that's the only one we have, so that's the one we're going to use. The pan looks like it has a shimmer, but here Well, no, I still kind of see the shimmer in this also. I'm gonna add some life into her face. Oh, that works though. This is not the most pigmented, but it's not bad. Again, very similar to the bronzer, buildable. Sometimes, you know, like I said, I like pigment, but I mean, I get the whole build-up game, but sometimes with the certain colors, yeah, you want to be able to walk lightly or build, you know, to your level of satisfaction. You might want a lot or a little. Buildable formulas, there's something to them. But then you have the ones where it's supposedly buildable and it doesn't build. It's just not there, you know, non-existent. You know, it's a gentle color, but actually once it's applied, I think it's kind of pretty. Again, this particular time, I'm really trying to add some color and dimension back to my face because I just really don't want to be excessively, you know, translucent. So color it is. All right, so then we're going to go in with the LA Colors Shimmer Highlighter. And this is in the shade Shine Bright. That's this shade. Kind of rolled up on my finger a little bit, but we're going to put that right beneath the blush. Here's our highlighter. There was our blush we used. I think the last video I used a very icy highlighter. It was also LA Colors, but let's just try this one and see. Oh, it's pretty. It is shimmery. Not glitter, but shimmer. It is pretty though. I will say, yeah, it's a lot of kick up, but this is pretty okay. A traditional highlighter formula, but I think it's all right. Yeah, it's pretty. We'll take it to the center of our brow today, a little bit where our arch should be, just for a little extra, you know, glow. Here's my success right there. Yes, I feel better with that. What I am going to do, and I'll do this before I do my mascara, I'm going to use this highlighter and put it into my inner corner and do my swoosh up. But yeah, I'll use this highlighter as it because I think that's pretty and that'll kind of give us an inner corner glow. What is last? All right, so we have got the Lengthening with Fibers mascara from Ioni in black. I never, ever, ever, even before YouTube, have had luck with mascaras at Dollar Tree. There's the wand on the side. So there it is. Kind of like a Christmas tree. That's the shape of the wand. Think of a Christmas tree. There you go. This might be able to, you know, it's going to be kind of fat on the bottom lashes, but we're going to give this a whirl. Does not smell old, thank God, because that's another something you get old formulas. That's terrible. We have a choice of 3 lips. Now, this is the Shea Butter lipstick from Ioni right here. This is in the shade Nude. When it came to lip choices, they had a few, but nothing that would kind of match with the eyeshadow palette and for me. So I decided to kind of go with a neutral lip. By the way, the liquid eyeliner or the eyeliner pen, I am having such a hard time with the wipe trying to get that off of my hand. So I'm telling you, it has staying power. I don't believe that this dries down matte. I feel like it's still, you know, it's a little reflective. So it's a little shiny, but I still actually like it for a felt tip. It's in the shape of a little heart. Like this, super cute. So that's the shade. Not really the one I wanted, but you know what though? It might be the one I go with. But I did happen to pick up 2 glosses from Beauty Intuitions. So I did pick up these 2 shades. So you know what? Let's swatch them. And I'm real good for doing a very neutral eye, and I love a pop of red on the lips. So let's try the red lip gloss first. But I think that looks always just so pretty. Like if you want to go very natural, very, you know, subdued on the eye, but that pop of red on the lips or pink, fuchsia, whatever, cranberry, it's really pretty. And these are both glosses. The other one is a more of a balmy lipstick or a satiny kind of feeling lipstick, but the one with shea butter. This one is nude. That is this shade right here. And then the red is right here. You know what? To keep it holy, we'll play with those another time. I think we're going to go ahead and with the shea butter one. Just to keep it nice and natural. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead, highlight our inner corner with the highlighter. We're going to go in with the Ioni Lengthening Mascara with Fibers. And then we're going to go in with the Shea Butter Lipstick and Nude. Do my hair, put on some jewelry, and we're wrapping up. All right, you guys, we are back and we are finished. All right, we're starting at the beginning. This is the primer serum infused with rose oil. This one went a whole lot better than I thought it would. I thought it would kind of be a mess, be very oily, slippery, kind of mess with the makeup. It did not. This one, it laid it down. Face feels really, really good actually underneath. So this one, I would say is a yes. This is the Be Pure Clean Beauty Glow Foundation. This one did not like it. Even though we know the color was my fault, just the foundation itself, the formula, I didn't care for it. Very light coverage. It didn't feel bad. It just didn't feel like much. But this one, I would probably leave this and find other options if they're available. So this one, nah. Candy Moyo Multi-Use Contour Concealer. This one, I actually like this. It was pretty thick, but you can see I used about a third of it. So you're going to get get maybe 3 uses out of this. I used a lot, but not that much, but you don't get a whole heck of a lot of product. But this one, it really did kind of set down for me. So this one, I would say is a yes. You might want to try that one. The Pro Luxe setting powder. Let me see. And this one was in buff. So this one, it's okay. Like right here, it looks like as though it's glowy. It's not. It is indeed matte. For Dollar Tree, this was not a bad powder to use. I probably should have had a lighter shade, but I thought going in, you know, with buff that I would have been, you know, it's pretty light, you know, kind of set down the concealer. If you see it, I would pick it up from 125 and give it a roll and see if it's something you might want to incorporate into your routine. But this one, not bad. The Giove Powder Foundation. I think this and then mixed with the Pro Luxe powder saved the day. This one is a powder foundation I use as a setting powder, you know, just to kind of set everything down. I think this one kind of sort of saved us because she was floating up there with Casper. Yes, very old school makeup scent. Very, very old school. Your grandmother might use something like this. It's a very noticeable scent, but I smell nothing. After I applied it, went on with my other steps, it was nothing. So this one, pretty okay. If you find your shade, go for it. Try it out. The LA Colors eyeshadow palette in Hot. This one, I went and dropped my palette. I went to grab a brush or something, and I went and knocked it square off my counter. So if you can see this shade is shattered on me. That is my fault, though. That is not the palette. This one, I actually ended up really liking this. I didn't think I would. I'm happy where my eyes got to. I'm looking here, looking down. I like where I got to. I'm surprised. I didn't think I would go ahead and, you know, enjoy this like this. This one, I'm surprised. I think I saw 4 or 5 different versions of this. Some look a little similar to themselves or to each other. This one, I would give it a whirl. 125, go for that. Those 2 shades, though, I'd pay the 125 for the 2 shimmers. I like where it's going on my lid. So that one, yes. The eye marker, this one, again, for felt tip, this is a really good black liner. And I'm looking... It doesn't dry down matte. I'm not super shiny, but there is a shine to it. So if you don't like that, stay away. But for a felt tip, it was very black. It didn't really pull too much. It kind of just went across the skin. So this one, I would say check it out if you do see it. This one, I'm going to go get a couple of these. This is the Ioni Pencil Eyeliner in black. This, you know I'm loyal to my Essence Stay and Play Gel Eyeliner. This was pretty creamy and smooth. I can tight line with it. I put it in my waterline. This little bad boy right here, I would say you might want to check this one out. This one, I'm going to go get a couple of those because that one, I don't find too many that I like too often. That was pretty good. This is the LA Colors Matte Bronzer, and this was in the shade Bronze Beauty. It's a pretty shade. Like I said, it's a soft bronze, nothing aggressive, but this was all right. I'm pleased. The LA Colors, let me see, Blush and Toast. And like, see here, I can see that there's shimmer in it. But this one, I actually did like it, and I'm looking, it came out. I mean, I'm glowy today. Let's not, you know, that's the elephant in the room. She is glowy, but look at the foundation. Used an oil serum for primers. I messed with that, then I sat down with matte products, but nonetheless, we met in the middle, but I am glowy. So it's okay, I look alive, so that matters. Then we have the LA Colors Highlighter in Shine Bright. So then we have this one, and I did indeed lean forward, use it right here in my inner corner to kind of open it up a little bit, but that was there. This one, this is a good highlighter for $1.25. It's a very good highlighter. The Ioni Lengthening Mascara with Fibers. So that's this one. And again, hey at the wand, but I will say, at least from the side, looking, if you look down or look up and this, yeah, it gave some length on the girl's lashes. This fat part was very hard to maneuver at the bottom with these bristles. I would say this might be the best mascara I have ever gotten from the Dollar Tree, by far. This one was the best. It was not dried out. It went on, it kind of glided through my lashes. This one, pick it up if you're looking for one. I wouldn't touch the others, go for this one. The lip, yeah, this one, I had to pull this off. It is LA Colors. This one, it was just a better shade for me today. That's all it was. That's the reason why I switched lips. It was just a better shade. Not my favorite formula. I actually liked the way that the Ioni Shea Butter one felt. I just didn't like the color for me today. That was all. That is our Dollar Tree round 2. I actually like the round 2 better than round 1. There were some finds in here, and I'm happy with my face. I appreciate you for your time. Please thumbs up, please subscribe, and I shall see you next time. Mwah! Bye.